Okay, let's have some fun evaluating rational exponents. So my expression is 16 to the 3/2. The only time we can work an expression is if it has a positive exponent. So this is positive, but it's not a whole number, it's a fraction. So we need to rewrite this to understand what it means. So our definition says anytime you have a rational exponent on a base, the base is going to go inside a root symbol. So your base is going to be your radicand. Your numerator is still going to be your exponent, and your denominator is going to be your root. Do I need to write an index of 2? No, it's understood to be there. So this expression, 16 to the 3/2, really means the square root of 16 cubed. Now you're being asked to do two operations. You're asked to do a square root, and you're asked to cube. And because exponents and roots are equal, according to Please Excuse My Dear Aunt Sally, it doesn't matter which one you perform first. So let's think about this. Would you want to do 16 cubed first? Do you know off the top of your head 16 times 16 times 16? I don't. So because these operations are equal, it means you could do them in either order. So I'm going to do them in the order I read it. I read the square root of 16. Well, I know that. The square root of 16 is 4. Then I take this answer and I apply the exponent. 4 cubed, I know that. 4 times 4 times 4 is 64. So 16 to the 3/2 power really means the number 64. Okay? Next expression. I have -8 to the 4/3. Again, our problem is our exponent. Even though it's positive, it's a fraction. It doesn't make sense. Exponents have to be positive whole numbers to make sense. So we need to rewrite this as a radical. So I'm going to put my root symbol. My base is -8. You see how it's in parentheses to show you the base is -8? I'm going to keep it in parentheses. My exponent's going to be the numerator 4. My root is going to be my denominator. So that's going to mean an index of 3, which I have to write. So what this expression really means is to do the cube root of -8 4 times, or to the 4th power. Now it's your decision. If you want to multiply -8 4 times and make that large number and then do the cube root of it, be my guest. But that's too much work. Remember, we don't have calculators. So because exponents and roots go together, they're equal, let's do them in order. We all know the cube root of -8. What number do you multiply 3 times to give you -8? Well, that's easy. That'd be -2. Now we're going to apply the exponent. What is -2 4 times? Well, that's -2 times -2 times -2 times -2. And we all know if we multiply a negative 4 times, it would make a positive. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. So this expression equals positive 16. Okay, one more. I have 16 to the -3/4 power. Now I have two problems. Not only is my exponent a fraction, which is not good, it's also negative. Now here's the problem. You got to go back to what we learned this whole semester. Math is a building block. You can't forget rules. We talked about many modules ago. You can never work with a negative exponent. Every exponent we work with must be positive. So the first thing we have to take care of is making this exponent positive. And the rule was to make an exponent positive, you do the reciprocal, the multiplicative inverse of the base. Who's the base? 16. Who's the reciprocal of 16? It's 1 over 16. And what that does is by flipping that base, by doing the multiplicative inverse, you make your exponent positive. Now, we still have a problem. Our exponent's positive, but it's a fraction. But now that it's a fraction and it's positive, I could rewrite this now as a radical, as a root. So I'll put my root symbol, my radical sign. My base is 1 over 16. My exponent's the numerator. It's going to be 3. I'm going to put that in parentheses to show it belongs to the whole fraction. And my root, my index, is my denominator, 4. So I'm really going to do the 4th root of 1 over 16 and then cube it. Well, the root is quicker to do. It's an easier calculation. What is the 4th root of 1? Well, that's easy. That's 1. What is the 4th root of 16? What number can you multiply 4 times to give you 16? Good. That's 2. So I completed the root. I'm done with that. Now I have to apply the exponent 3. Well, I understand 1/2 cubed. We know our fractions. That's 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2. And we're back to singing. Multiplying fractions is no problem. Top times top, bottom times bottom. 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. So this expression, 16 to the negative 3/4, equals the fraction 1/8. And that is the connection between rational exponents and what we've been working on, radicals, roots. Okay, we're ready to move to the next module. See you then.